Hey guys, welcome back. Here is another project for us. We're doing some service and maintenance on this. This is a Model 1-7A. It is 235 watt Sunbeam mixer. And the complaint we have on here is that it struggles at lower speeds, and of course the speed dial cap, the lettering is gone on it. Which this really, it's hard to read letter these. They're not. The writing on it is more on this one, anyways. It appears to be more on the surface than anything. But fortunately, we have another cap right here that we can replace it with. And let's go ahead and fire this thing up and see if we can give this a listen to. All right. Alright, yeah, you can definitely hear some issues there at the lower half of the speed dial. I'm going to grab a stand to set this on. There we go. Alright. Alright, let's start taking this apart and see what we can find here. We'll have to start with taking our little badge off the front here. So the easiest way to do that is just to soften up that contact adhesive, with a hair dryer or a heat gun on low. And once you get it warmed up, it should just easily, you should be able to easily slide a blade in there and peel it off. And that way it doesn't, if you try to just pry this off and it has to be stuck good, you're going to end up bending it, put a big old dent in it. Alright, time to get rid of this heat gun. Now we take our front off with the handle. There we go. Go. Now we can pop our handle off, and now we can get to our underneath here. There's a little nut here that has to come off when we take our whole ejector assembly out. It's just a 1/4-inch nut, or a quarter-inch bolt, I should say, 1/4-inch hex head screw, whatever you want to call it. Alright, now we take our plate out, and you see there's a spring on the ejector here, just like on the other Sunbeams. Alright, and then we just fish this part out through here. It just sits in there like that. Alright, let's pop our cap off the back here. And there we go. Okay. That screw doesn't seem to be really held in anything. Alrighty. When you look underneath here, you see it's actually not that dirty. A lot of times there's a lot of dirt and crud built up in there. Alright. Didn't realize the camera got so cockeyed there. Alright. Everything seems to turn pretty freely on this. So we are going to take the gearbox cover off and the bushings and everything. I don't get all that cleaned up and everything look good, and check our brushes and stuff. But I think the first thing I want to check is the speed control here and the resistor that's attached to it. And you've got to be careful about the pin right here that goes between the armature and the speed control. I just don't want to damage that or any part that it attaches to. So let's get this resistor out of here. Well, it's definitely doesn't look like it's in the best shape. Well, you can see that. But I'm going to give it a test. Alright, 153, that does seem to be a little low. Now, I'm not sure why it would be that low. But anyways, let's go ahead and swap that with something different, and with one that's known good, and see how well that works. Alright, so that definitely sounds like it made a difference. Once we get everything else cleaned up and lubricated and everything, it's probably going to be nice and smooth. Right now, I just got to get these wires off of here so I can move this whole assembly out of the way. These clips really get stuck on there pretty good. Alright. So we'll just leave this with the rebuilt resistor in there. Now we can focus on getting this gearbox apart here. Alright, that's the top of it. Not really much on there, surprisingly. But the grease that's in there seems pretty bad. But we're going to get this all cleaned out of here. I think we're going to get the gears off last on this time, because there's we have to flip this upside down and take our little spring-loaded caps, or not spring-loaded caps, but they got like spring clips caps on the bottom here that lock these in. So to pull the rest of this out, we got to basically pull it all out in one piece here. We'll go ahead and take these screws out of our brush holders so we can pop these brushes out and see what they look like. And well, judging by that one, I mean, that brush looks excellent. And I'm wondering if this one has got really low mileage as well, because both those brushes look excellent. Alright, I'm just going to pull these screws out that hold the field coil into place here. And the screws here to hold this little cap over top of the rear bushing here. This thing does, everything did seem to rotate pretty freely in here. But I'm sure all these parts here are bone dry, so they'll definitely benefit from some lubrication. Alright, so now we're ready to pretty much lift out our entire assembly here. Just like that. And there's our armature. You can see, you can barely see it, but in here you can see the flyweight assembly. That's what the pin goes in. This bushing back here, it seems to turn freely. We can't take it off to really, do anything with it. It has to stay on because this is pressed on, and I don't think this would ever come off in one piece. But this one we can slide off and clean our shaft and everything. But these do seem to, rotate decent. It's not like they're varnished up or anything. So I think speed control was the biggest issue. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and take this off of here and take our little spring clips off from the bottom to hold these shafts in and get everything cleaned up. And once everything's cleaned up, ready to be put back together, we'll come back and slap her together and see how she runs. Alright, we got this one wrapped up now. Our cord's plugged in. And let's go ahead and fire this up and see what it sounds like. Alright, you can tell at the very lowest speed it's still got a little bit of that skipping in it and stuff, but it's it sounds much better at the you know, as you go up through the speeds, each speed, even one sounds better, but they sound more steady through all the speeds now. We got everything lubricated. The grease is pretty bad in there. The oil wick in the back was completely dry. The one in the front was missing, so I took an oil wick out of the parts machine and put it in there. The resistor was tested out of range, so we ended up rebuilding the resistor in here, and yeah, and now it runs good. So if you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Let me know you liked it, and don't forget to subscribe and click that bell so you can be notified of future videos. And I appreciate you guys watching, and as always, we will see you on the next one.